Yo, 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 yo. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Snapzilla Gorilla is in the building, hitting y'all upside the head with this morning paper. Salute to Marcy T already in the building. Queen Marcy T, my indigenous sister. Salute to everybody. Stray Godzilla's in the building. Salute to y'all. We gonna get into this because it's very important. Unleavened Evan, salute to you. Why am I on this so tough? Snapzilla Gorilla, why are you on this so tough? Why are you so on this about why do you care so much about who really killed Charlie Kirk? Well, if you guys don't understand it already, I'll help you guys come to an understanding. I'll help explain it, because this is not the first time these people have done this. Salute the Convos with Cam. Salute to you. Good morning, Queen. Make sure you drop your link. Make sure, everybody that all my moderators that have channels, make sure you drop your links so that people can go to your channels. Realize, good morning to you, Queen. Salute to you. Why is this so important? Well, this is not the first time they have done this. Yes, Stray Godzilla, Convos with Cam, you guys go ahead and drop your links. This is not the first time they have done this, right? This is not the first time someone as prolific, right? And as prolific and as famous or infamous, however you want to phrase it. This is not the first time someone of this stature has been killed under very, very, very suspicious circumstances. This is not the first time, right? They have done this many times before. And the difference between now and those other times, right? Like, say, with JFK, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, high-profile figures that had huge voices and had a lot of influence. And there are others who have died, right? But nothing on this level. Nothing so right, as controversial as this situation. And every single time those other individuals have died, there has been some type of inconsistency coming from our illustrious government about what really happened, right? With JFK, they talk about the magic bullet. With Martin Luther King, they talk about how certain individuals moved to the side so that the shot could be taken. And with Malcolm X, there is some speculation that the FBI and the nation worked in concert to take him out for whatever reason. And now Charlie Kirk, we know what type of cat he was, right? We know that he was not a friend of certain types of people, like black folks, the left, transformers. We know that Charlie Kirk spewed a lot of division, a lot of hatred, and he did so because that was what he was charged to do. We have to understand that Charlie Kirk was operating on the behalf of more powerful individuals than he could ever imagine. And those individuals had a certain expectation of him. And when he went outside of that expectation, in my opinion, that's when it became a problem for them, and ultimately it became a problem for him. A problem that is permanent and unsolvable. Why? Because, well, he's no longer with us, right? Now, obviously, they want to convince you, we've been talking about this quite a few times, about the patsy that they put in front of us, Tyler Robinson. I told you guys about how I don't believe that he did it based on the information the FBI gave to us, with all the inconsistencies from the ballistics, from the timeline. It just, a lot of shit didn't make sense, right? Tyler Robinson was trying to act like he didn't want to get caught, but he's sending these incriminating text messages to his boy, girlfriend, transformer type, furry girl, whatever the fuck you want to call them. And you look at the text messages, and it reads like a trashy novel. It just like they're playing in our faces, obviously, right? So a lot of things don't add up, and at this point, they don't really care about the inconsistencies. They don't care about staying, making sense. They don't care about any of that, because they know they have people that'll come out and they'll defend their narrative. They'll defend the FBI. They will come out and debunk conspiracy theories, like I'm about to get into with this one guy. And the reason it is important is because, well, this is Charlie Kirk. Half the country did not like his ass, and the other half worshipped him. Well, the half that worshipped him, right, they also worship people that he is associated with, that is using his death, right? They're using his death to rally around them, and to keep the divisive language going, to keep the division going, to point you guys towards the left, towards black folks, right? To go on a censorship campaign to silence voices, to push legislation in his name. They're doing all this shit. And it's only because they're getting away with it, because they have convinced y'all that Charlie Kirk died because of the hate from they're going to go after with pieces of, but the legislation is going to end up affecting everybody in a negative manner. Well, if Charlie Kirk had not really died for the reasons they're trying to convince you of, would you guys tolerate it? If it had to do with corporate interest, special interest, foreign interest, well, now we're talking about a national security issue that everyone can get behind, right? And this is why this is important. If Charlie Kirk died because he did not appreciate and he wanted to speak out against the genocide in Israel, or not in Israel, but in Gaza, at the hand of Israel, well, that's not something they can tolerate. And it's important to understand, well, if Charlie Kirk did not get killed by Tyler Robinson, then who did kill him, and what was the real motive? Because if we allow them to get away with this, if we listen to these people that come out, these ex-snipers, they come out and they so-called debunk shit, or they ignore certain facts to try to convince you. They're working hard, they're working overtime to convince you guys that conspiracies don't exist. There's no such thing as a conspiracy. Oh, conspiracy theory, let's debunk this. And then they throw in a bunch of bullshit about UFOs and, oh, Charlie Kirk got zoomed up by a UFO. Like, muddy in the waters. Muddy in the waters, okay. Well, if these people are saying that like the same people that are saying UFOs did something, like, come on, man. This is a reality that we're dealing with. You got people debunking this and debunking that. They're not debunking anything. See, this is what I think of when I think of debunking. when you debunk a narrative or you debunk a theory, you debunk it with facts. Facts that you can bring to the table, right? With references that people can go, okay, you provide references so that people can go and search this shit up themselves and fact check and draw their own conclusions. You don't come up with arbitrary numbers. You don't oh well, if he was shot from this direction, well, at this many feet per second, in 60 frames and the blah 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 and all this bullshit, 60 frames per second and this and that. Well, if you divide the upton with the downton and then you do this and do that, you get this number, and it only adds up to 135 feet and all this bullshit. 135 meters, blah blah blah. Well, you picked an arbitrary number. Okay, so if you say, oh, you did all these calculations based on 2,000 feet per second, this adds up to 145 meters, which makes sense to be coming from where they say Tyler Robinson shot. Well, that's if we're going with this idea that it's 2,000 feet per second. It doesn't, there's nothing to show or prove you made this number up. Oh, well, that's a conservative number. And it's not, well, you're telling me that you're making this shit up. You're just guessing. How are you debunking anything with a guess? All you're doing is you are bringing your own conspiracy theory to the table. You're bringing your own opinion. You are creating a narrative based on a number that you pulled out of your ass to try to convince people, all right, I debunked this. No, you did not debunk anything. This is what this guy did. An ex-sniper who teaches, who instructs people on how to use firearms and is supposed to have this firearm knowledge. Well, I hope you're not manipulating your students like you're manipulating the public. Yes, another conspiracy nut. Why not? What is a conspiracy nut? Because see, this is, let me give you the FBI's conspiracy theory, right? Because they have one. They have a conspiracy theory all on their own in regards to who killed Charlie Kirk. So their conspiracy theory is that Tyler Robinson planned to take out Charlie Kirk with a group of trannies that have formed a terror cell, right? Not only did they do that, right? They got together and they decided they was going to kill Charlie Kirk. But what they did was they went on a server and they left and they wrote messages for the authorities to find, talking about, oh yeah, the 10th is going to be a big day for Charlie Kirk. Oh, on this day, Charlie Kirk gonna get it. Yeah, okay. See, that's their conspiracy theory. Their conspiracy theory is that multiple Transformers got together with a furry and decided to take out Charlie Kirk. That is their conspiracy theory. And then let's continue their conspiracy theory, shall we? Tyler Robinson decided to go onto a roof, right? Run all the way across and shoot Charlie Kirk with a 30-06. Well, when the shot goes off, an old man decides to form a distraction. Okay, an old man whose pants came down. Yeah, he decided to take the blame so that the real shooter can get away with it. Does this guy even know Tyler Robinson? So is he part of the conspiracy? Because see, what is a conspiracy? Y'all don't know what a conspiracy is? See, you throw these words out, conspiracy nut, conspiracy theory. All a conspiracy is when two or more individuals come together to plot against another person or a group of people, right? They come up with a plot to do something to these people. That's all a conspiracy is, right? So when when our legislators get together, pay attention now, when our legislators get together to draft legislation to strip us of our rights, they are conspiring to strip us of our rights. So conspiracies happen every day within the government, within the halls of Congress, within the lobby. You know, when these special interest groups send people to basically bribe politicians to do things their way, you know, those are conspiracies. So the FBI has their own conspiracy theory that, okay, so this old man creates a distraction for Tyler Robinson. Does anybody know if the FBI confirmed that this old man even knows Tyler Robinson? Why would this old man go out of his way to create this distraction? Why would they create this distraction? Why would he do that for Tyler Robinson? So if you're going to say that these somebody said you conspiracy, whatever the fucks, should do fan fiction, then tell the FBI to write fan fiction as well, because they are spewing conspiracy theories as well. Absolutely. And then so this guy goes up to the roof, changes clothes, assembles this rifle with a screwdriver, even though he needs a hex head screwdriver, a hex head tool, a hex wrench, but he does it with a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, sure. He puts the weapon together, takes the shot, breaks the weapon down, all this other shit, hops down, even though you can't see. Okay, so this is what they say he did, right? Well, where is has any video come out showing Tyler Robinson firing the shot on that rooftop? Has it come out yet? Where's that video? Anybody? How long has it been? They got all these other videos. They can show Tyler Robinson walking allegedly with this rifle in his pants. Sometime he's limping, sometime he's not. They can show Tyler Robinson hopping off the roof. They can show Tyler Robinson picking up the alleged weapon. They got all these videos and they got all these pictures. They got all this shit. They got everything. But they don't show us the video of Tyler Robinson firing the shot that killed Charlie Kirk. Has that come out yet? Has it come out? Help me. Let me know, y'all. Point me in a direction. Has the video come out of Tyler Robinson firing the shot? Because that would shut a lot of people up. It wouldn't shut me up because all he could be doing is firing a blank, right? Let's say they have a video of him taking a shot. He could have fired a blank. Do they have that? No, they don't. They have not shown it to us. All these cameras all around. All these cameras. They don't show a video of him putting the weapon together. They don't show videos of him changing his clothes. They don't show any of that. And then this guy texts his roommate, tells his roommate he wanted to keep it a secret, but tells the roommate the secret in a text message. Oh, I want to keep this secret. But you tell your roommate in a text message that the popo can find. Look under the keyboard. This is the conspiracy theory that we supposed to roll with. So, salute to Insane Talk. Salute to you, bro. That's the conspiracy theory that we supposed to run with. The one that FBI gave us with all the inconsistencies, all the holes, and all the bullshit. Okay. Well, that can be the conspiracy theory you run with. That's not the conspiracy theory I'm running with. Salute to Prize Fighter TV. Salute to you in the building, bro. Think about it. The FBI had conspiracy theory as well. But they're the FBI, right? The FBI that y'all trust when y'all feel like it. Y'all trust the FBI when it lines up with what y'all want to believe. But y'all don't trust the FBI when it goes against what you want to believe. Like the January 6th motherfuckers. Yeah, when it came to January 6th, y'all didn't believe the FBI worth a damn, did you? Y'all pick and choose when to trust the government. Do you know when I government? Never. I never trust the government. I never do. Especially in these cases. Why should I? I am all going says you have no knowledge. Enlighten me then. Enlighten me with the knowledge. Marion Brooks, salute to you. Good morning, Queen. Enlighten me. Realize says, no, never trust the government. I don't trust the government. It's scary to see the car seat in the back. Why? Have you guys seen me do a live stream with my children in the back? You concerned about the car seat safety? Is it you don't want the car seat to die? You fucking idiot. They did bury him so quickly. Did Erica Kirk ask for an independent autopsy? I be silencing people. No, I don't. Who have I silenced? I only get rid of people that act like they don't want to be here. So let's talk about certain shit. I can pretty much tell you for a fact that Charlie Kirk was not shot from where they tell you he was shot from. I shared the video of a guy who his friend went through the meticulous process of showing us the shot as it entered into Charlie Kirk and exited from Charlie Kirk, because they're telling you there's no exit wound. Here's another thing that the FBI told you. They told y'all that they were looking for the bullet. And then they told y'all there was no exit wound. Why are you looking for a bullet if there's no exit wound? Dog, I saw the video of bro's neck exploding all over his shirt. Charlie Kirk's neck did not explode. What are you talking about? Anyway, so think about it. Go look at the video I shared. It's in my community tab. Right? So you can clearly see where the bullet entered into Charlie Kirk. Right here. And you can see, here's the most important thing, because somebody thought that it was an earpiece he had that flew off his ear. You clearly can see that is actually blood. Organic Foodie Love and Bella Love says blood came out of his... Well, there was a very small exit wound. It just so happened to be coming out where there were major arteries, major blood vessels. And so the blood came out after the bullet came out. And of course, if you have perforated a blood vessel, right, then you're going to have a lot of blood coming out. It's going to look like a large exit wound, but it's not. Not everything is a conspiracy. Tell that to the FBI, who believes that Tyler Robinson conspired with a trainee terror cell to kill Charlie Kirk. Tell that to them. Y'all don't want to tell that to them, do you? His neck got clipped at the artery. Again, go look at the video I shared where someone actually broke it. Someone said, shut up. See, when y'all do that, y'all can get on the fuck out of here. I'm not going to shut up, but you can get the fuck out. How about that? Someone says, bro, that's not a conspiracy. That's literally what happened. So I guess there was a trial and a conviction already. And it is a conspiracy. A conspiracy is when two or more people plan to do something to another person, group of people. That's what a conspiracy is. I think you're thinking about the term theory. It is a conspiracy. A conspiracy is as simple as that. When two or more people come up with a plan to do something. That is a conspiracy. People do it all the time. You get together with your buddy, you say, let's go rob this liquor store. That's a conspiracy. What are you talking about? So if Tyler Robinson got together with a trainee terror cell, let's say that actually happened, and they plotted and planned for Tyler Robinson to do this, including perhaps setting up decoys and distractions, that is a conspiracy to assassinate Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk. What are you talking about? Y'all need to know what words mean. Don't come in here coming at me acting like I'm the only one with the conspiracy theories. No. Knock it the fuck off. So, go look at the videos. They're out there. I shared one. You can clearly see in slow motion, you can see blood coming out behind his ear, and you can see right where the skin on his neck forms a cone where the bullet's coming out. Go look at it for yourself. You can see the blood coming out and arcing down, and then you can see the actual skin pull out this way and the bullet come out. But roll with the FBI narrative. Go ahead. Go ahead. And the guy that talks about it in that video, he goes through a separate video to ensure that it wasn't doctored. Tell you how to see this video, you can go through my community tab. It's all over the place. Sean Jones played the video. Now here's the problem I have, right? Someone says idiot. Okay, enlighten me. Y'all calling me dumb, y'all calling me idiot, y'all telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. You guys say I don't have the knowledge. Give me the knowledge. Come on, just write it right there. Elite Soldier 86 says, yeah, no, I ain't clicking on your shit. Yet you're in my live stream writing in the chat. Yo, you can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. See, this is why these people choose to believe the FBI narrative, because they say shit like, moron Democrats, the left sucks. Y'all want to believe it. Okay. Confirmation bias is a real thing, y'all. So this guy, if you go to Sean Jones' video, shout out to him, you can see at the end, he's like, okay, let me give you the other side as well. And you can tell he doesn't really believe what this guy is saying because it makes no fucking sense. He tells you, he goes through all these calculations, about 60 frames per second in the video, and he doesn't really know what the frame per second is because he doesn't have the properties of the video. You don't know. How do you know how many frames per second? Anyway, he tells you, he gives you a number of the velocity of the round, of he doesn't even say if it's a 36 round or not. He gives you a 2,000 feet per second velocity, okay? And he tells you, well, if it's around with a 2,000 feet per second velocity, then if you break it down by the frame and this, that, and the third, it'll be 145 meters out. Okay. Well, you know what I did? Because he doesn't give you any other variable. He doesn't tell you any other variables. He just gives you the 2,000 feet per second and tells you gives you the breakdown of the seconds. Okay, sure. The round, when it got to him, could have been traveling at 2,000 feet per second. It could have been, but you don't even say that, right? You just say that it's 2,000 feet per second. Well, if you look at, because we understand this guy thinks that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. Well, the guy, Tyler Robinson, used a 30-06 round. Those go up to 3,200 feet per second. 3,200 feet per second. I looked it up. 3,200 feet per second. And a 308, right? A sort of a similar round. It's a little less than that. Someone says learn ballistics. Teach me ballistics, motherfucker. How about that? Now, here you go. This guy says, go pick up my kids. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. My kids go to school. See, you know why I like when you guys write this silly, stupid ass shit? Because you just be writing shit. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, but I need to go pick my kids up. This is Ponato, whatever the fuck your name is. Yes, and Logan, absolutely right. The barrel length matters. The barrel length matters. Okay, at 140 yards, at 140 yards, with a round like a 30-06, you're talking about a 2,800 feet per second velocity, not a 2,000 foot per second velocity, at 140 yards, somewhere around there. Yes, barrel length, all that matters. I'm not angry. But the barrel length is what, 24 inches or something like that? I forgot exactly. Who's angry? You know, I was in the military. I was in the Army. They teach you to project. That's because, you know, you're supposed to be able to project your voice so that you're clear, right? Now, if you have sensitive little ears, then you might want to turn your volume down. Anyway. Embarrassing seeing someone think they are intelligent with no knowledge. Okay, Pippin. Yet you guys aren't giving me any knowledge. Where y'all knowledge at? See, okay, Blaine Celestine says, I'm not concerned with the efficiency of the shooter, right? I'm not talking about that. Yes, some get higher FPS, some get lower. 32 is about average, okay? And you all, again, you have to, all these things are factored in. The FBI didn't tell us what, they didn't give that. All they said, it was a 30-06 round. They didn't say if it was a hollow point. They didn't say if it was a green tip. They didn't say it was a full metal jacket or a bolt tail. They don't give us that information. So how are we calling ourselves debunking anything when we don't even have the facts? But if we don't believe the FBI's account, then there's something wrong with us, right? We don't have all the facts. We don't have all the videos. We don't know the ballistics. We're guessing. These folks are guessing. I'm not telling you guys what the facts are. I'm telling you what I believe based on the information that's out there. I choose to believe what I want. Y'all believe what you want. Y'all in here telling me I have no knowledge. Y'all ain't got no fucking knowledge. You have no knowledge. Y'all have no knowledge at all whatsoever. You guys don't even, they don't even give you guys the, they didn't show y'all how you can go anywhere and find Charlie Kirk getting shot. They have no problem showing you that. They don't have any problem showing you that he died on it, like he died instantly. More than likely. They will show you guys Charlie Kirk getting shot. Has anyone been censored? Has anyone not been able to show that? Yeah, now they're blurring the images so that they can get monetized. These guys, these YouTubers and these people with these platforms. Yeah, they'll show you that. But they won't show you any other video that would basically solidify their narrative. That would basically say, look, this is Tyler Robinson on the roof, firing the gun, firing the rifle. They won't even show us that. But they'll show you everything else. They'll show you Charlie Kirk getting his head, getting shot. Salute to brother Shelton in the building. Think about it. There are so many things they can show you from so many different angles. They'll show you this guy running across the roof and hopping off the roof, but they won't show you him changing clothes on the roof. They won't show you, they won't show him assembling the weapon, because they told y'all he went on the roof and assembled the weapon. Okay, show us that. Show us that, and show us the timeline. Show us how long it took him to assemble the weapon. These are the things that they are telling us they want us to believe, but they haven't shown y'all jack shit. They ain't showing you shit. Now, back to the velocity. Do you know? Okay, so this guy told you. So if they shot, if Charlie Kirk was actually shot where a lot of people think he was actually shot from behind here, the bullet would have come from that direction, and they show you a muzzle flash, what looks like a muzzle flash in a dark window or something like that, which I believe is just a reflection of a muzzle flash myself. Well, he's saying, okay, that location is like 35 yards from Charlie Kirk, 35 or something like that. All right, let's look at that. Now, I'm gonna just say this. It's my belief that Charlie Kirk was not shot with a 30-06, but a much smaller caliber round, like a 5.56, a 2.23, or a 22 LR. Those are all fairly close in size. Fairly close in size, a 22 and a 2.23, or a 5.56. You can fire a 2.23 from a rifle chambered for a 5.56. Not vice versa, though. You can't fire a 5.56 from a rifle chambered for a 2.23, but you guys get what I'm saying. All similar sizes. Now let's look at this. I wish I had my other phone. I had to let my son use it because he has practice today. But anyway, all right, Malik Townsend. What do you want? What question do you have, Malik Townsend? Someone says wrong. Tell me what's right. N. Jones. I encourage you guys. If you guys are going to say I'm wrong, tell me what's right. Yes, a 30 carbine would also fit in a chamber in 30-06. Yes. But think about this. If you look at the velocity of a 22 LR, of a standard 22 LR, guess what the FPS is at around 25 to 50 yards is? Tell me can y'all guess what the FPS is? Who unlocked the roof door for him? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know all the things. No, it's a standard 22 LR is around at about 20 yards, about 25 to 30 yards, about 2,000 feet per second. Now, this is one of many charts I looked at. Yes, David, Dave Patrick, around 1,800 to 2,000 feet per second. We're talking about 25 to 30 yards. I'm not talking about 150 yards. Someone says no. Tell me what the correct answer is. And then again, you have to factor in barrel length, right? You have to factor in barrel length, air resistance, how much moisture is in the air, windage. You have to factor in all that shit. So we don't even know for a fact what the velocity is because we don't know anything, right? But this guy told y'all 22,000 feet per second would equal 145 some yards. But for a 22 LR, it would equal about 25 to 50 yards. For it'll equal about, for 2,000 feet per second, around 25 yards. 25 to 30 yards or 25 to 50 yards. So that would make sense if the shooter used a 22 LR or a 223 or a 5.56 to take out Charlie Kirk. It would line up. One is one. Richard Show says 1,200 to 1,400. Kid with no sub says, think about it. They aren't going to present the case they can't prove. His defense can easily look at the autopsy for the exit wound. Well, we'll listen. I want y'all to understand. We'll never get all the information, y'all. We'll never get it. Don't be surprised if this trial is closed to the public. It might not even be an open trial. It might not be that. Because there's going to be a lot of chaos around this trial. We're not going to be privy to discovery. We're not going to have access to the trial. I can guarantee y'all that it's going to be a closed trial. Are we saying the hole in his neck was from a 22? I don't know what it was from. I don't know what it was from because I don't have all the facts. What I do know, what I believe, is that the size of that hole, in my opinion, is consistent with a much smaller caliber rifle round than a 30-06. Yes, arborist, I pretty much know for a fact that was in the exit wound. Yes, unapologetical independent. He does show that. I just looked at, I support the guys that did. That's why I shared it on my community tab so you guys can go check it out for yourself. Y'all give me a second. David says he disagrees. What do you disagree with? I have no problem with disagreements. Hold on, y'all. No problem with disagreements. Tell me what you disagree with. Tell me what y'all disagree with, and we can talk about it. Chillin' person says, I disagree with Kirk being a good man, deserving of his millions, and that he was in heaven right now. I ain't mad at you. Hey, I ain't mad at it. I ain't gonna disagree with you there. Stray Godzilla says, 86. Oh, you from 325? Now, what did they get out of it? Charlie Kirk's death? Well, I talk about it in previous videos. I think Israel gets quite a bit from it because they get to shut down a voice that is a large voice that is speaking out against their genocide, right? And their agenda to expand their empire. That's what I believe. Now, I could be wrong, but that's just what I believe. But again, we don't have all the facts. All we have is what they put in front of us. And then thanks to the information age and thanks to the internet and thanks to all the information we have access to, we can actually be internet detectives and look, see what makes sense or see what doesn't make sense. And then you choose what you want to believe from there. You choose what you want to believe, y'all. That's the beauty behind all this. We have an opportunity. If shit doesn't make sense, we have an opportunity to talk about that. Right? Why not? Now, why is this important? Why does Erica have connections to Trump and Jeffrey? Man, they all got connections to each other. Sterling says 22 mag is 18 to 50, 2,200 feet per second. Yeah, at around 30-something yards. Yes. Arborist says the inches were behind his ear. That's what I believe. That's what I saw. That's what I saw. Very consistent. A 22 LR green tip will go straight through, right, at that range and with that soft tissue. And if it's severed the spinal cord, the spinal cord has soft tissue as well. You know, it's not, yeah, it'll go through. Now, why is this important? Why is this so important? Karen Gatewood says, I proved your, what point did I prove? Okay, I'm done. This is so annoying. No response to the comments at all. And it's all just focused on what kind of gun. I'm just a stupid Midwestern white person. Karen, what are you talking about? You know, there are a lot of people writing in the chat. I can't read every single comment. But if you want to get out of here, that's fine. Do I think there are more targets to Kirk off? I don't know. Yes, Maria Garcia. It is important because someone's lying, but if they can do this to Charlie Kirk and get away with it, if they can do this to Charlie Kirk, who has so much support from so many millions of people in the country, 3,000 charters, 3,000 Turning Point USA charters. If they can do this to Charlie Kirk, take him out and make it look like somebody else did it, and we just accept what they have to give us, and they can do that to anybody. They can do that with anyone with a voice and get away with it. Think about that. If, you know, there are a lot of people that hate Charlie Kirk for the words he spoke and all his rhetoric. I never hated the man. I was indifferent to him because I knew he was full of shit. Like, this dude don't know what the fuck he's talking about. All you can do if you disagree with somebody like Charlie Kirk is make your voice louder and make more sense. Destroy him with your own logic. Well, they took him out. That means they don't want to bother using logic, right, to go against them. They say, nah, we just gonna take his ass out. And if a much more major player than a Tyler Robinson, someone with more power and more influence than a Tyler Robinson, is able to do all this after taking out Charlie Kirk and set up a patsy, they can do it to any other leader, from the left, from the right, black, white, because they have done it how many times over and over again? Over and over again. How many times have they done that? They've done that to so many people. Someone says Charlie Kirk spoke truth. You can't deal with that, I guess. He spoke half-truths. And there's nothing to deal with. All you got to do is present the facts. Just find the facts that, you know, because of course he's going to give you half-ass truths with no context. No, you just bring more information. That's all you got to do. It's not really that hard. Yes, arborist. Can you say what you found controversial? I've done it before. Yeah, he said, come on, y'all. Come on. Charlie Kirk gained the notoriety he gained because he was controversial. Don't play games. I'm not playing that game with y'all today. I'm not playing that game with y'all. I'm not playing that. What did he say? No, we're not doing that today. Someone says me, come on. You don't tell me what the fuck to do on my channel. Jason Stevens. I do what I want. No, I'm not giving you your examples. No, I'm not doing it. Because y'all are full of shit. Just say I never watched what? I've watched it. I've watched his content. He has said many controversial things, and I'm not playing these games with y'all. Anyway, if they can... Because Charlie Kirk made it very easy for himself to be taken out and for no one to really know who actually may have done it. When you create many enemies, some of whom are very powerful, it's very easy for them to take you out and make it look like somebody else did it. And if they can do that to Charlie Kirk, they can do that to anybody. My City Suck says you watch clips only. You don't know what the fuck I watched. Knock it off. What time do I start my podcast? Well, I don't have a podcast just yet. I'm working on it with my sister, Black Spring with Autumn. So we working on getting something together. But the bottom line is, it's important because let's put aside Charlie Kirk's ideology. Let's put that all aside. Let's put aside his rhetoric and all the other stuff. The bottom line is, he had a voice and he spoke out against, and he had people come on his platform and speak out against Israel's genocide against Palestine and the people of Gaza. In the last 6 months, there had been a shift. Okay? There was a shift for Charlie Kirk that was very perceptible by people close to him. But he was still doing his normal thing, right? He was gradually coming into the realization that, listen, this is what the real problem is. EI stuff, the black this, the whatever the fuck he continued to focus on, and gave them the opportunity to do what they did and still allowed them to make it look like it was perpetrated by a left-wing training terror cell. That's just what it is. That's just what it is, y'all. Now, someone says such a ridiculous take. You're full of it. Give me your take. If my take is ridiculous, give me a less ridiculous take. Tell me yours. Y'all don't do stuff like that. Y'all just make declarations. Chelsea Johnson says, anyone who has a different opinion can be considered controversial. Us asking for just one thing, maybe we can understand why. I've done that plenty of times. Controversy has to do with you present something that creates a lot of discord in the public, right? You get a lot of different opposing views. It makes a big stir. People like to talk about it, right? It just you have created a controversy that people are talking about. You got people on this side of it and you got people on that side of it. They're going at it. People are arguing about it. There's a lot of debate and discussion around it. It's very high profile. He said things that are, listen, I ain't doing that today. He can't even elaborate. I've elaborated before. I don't care y'all can go on about your business. If I'm not doing what y'all want me to do, go on about your business. I'm not playing these games with y'all. It is what it is. Y'all can go on ahead. Oh, this guy's not giving examples. Nope. Charlie Kirk's shit is out there everywhere. He is a controversial individual. He creates controversy, just like many other people of his stature. It is what it is. Sterling says people love their echo chambers, not truth. I know you're not talking about me because there are plenty of people in here that are disagreeing with me and I'm allowing it to happen, and they're still here. Secret knowledge. Someone says I'm pretending to have secret knowledge. No. There's no secret knowledge. Charlie Kirk says what he says, and it's out there. There is a fucking secret. Y'all just mad because I don't want to give you an example, because I don't feel like it, because I've done it so many times. Gregory Brooks says disagreement is good. Absolutely. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. That's not what this is about. This is about a man who was killed, and the information they're putting out around his death makes no goddamn sense. And it's important to point it out because he will not be the last. And he was never the first. He's not the first. He won't be the last. There will be more. And the faster we come to the realization that government is very dangerous and very detrimental to the future of human existence, the faster we can get free and right the ship. It is what it is, y'all. But yep, that's all I got for now, y'all. It is what it is. Yeah, much love. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you for your disagreements. Thank you for explaining where I got it wrong. If you did, very few did. Very few people actually told me and gave me any knowledge. That said I didn't have knowledge. That said I didn't know what I was talking about. Very few people told me what I should know. But that's okay. You can still disagree. Salute to Real Eyes for coming through. Thank you to my moderators. Thank you to Stray Godzilla, Marcy T, who came in here earlier. Thank you to all my moderators. Thank you to everyone in my chat, to my subscribers. Sterling said he's learned today. I appreciate that. Jennifer Smith says it's important to realize when something is not as it seems, they will flood the airway with conflicting information. Everyone has seen the humanoid bots they have to test those sometimes. I mean, look, hey, the technology they put in front of us to see, They're well ahead of that. They're just showing us what they want us to see, right? They always have more advanced in technology than we know about. Anyway, thank you guys for coming through, man. Hey, we gonna keep this show going on the road. Yeah, we're gonna keep this shit going. It's important to present people with different information and different points of view, so that we can really have a dialogue and really talk about who the real problem is. All right. So anyway, much love. Like, share, subscribe. Go out there, get fit. Keep your head on the swivel. Stay frosty, right? Keep that tool on you. Keep them freedom seeds on you, because you never know. All right. They want to take all that shit away from you. They want to take your voice. They want to take your firearms. They want to take your health. You think they want you to get fit? You think they want you to be well trained? You think they want you to have this knowledge? You think they want you to question their narrative? No, they don't want you to do any of that. They want you to sit back, shut the fuck up. They want you to depend on them for your safety, right? They want to strip you of your rights in the name of public safety, in the name of public health, in the name of national security. Well, no one's going to secure you. No one's going to secure your health, your future, your children, more than you. You are your first line of defense. You are your first doctor, right? You're your first health provider. Because no one's going to care about you more than yourself, right? Exactly. No one's going to want you to hear the truth more than yourself. So you should always be seeking out truth. You should always, when the inconsistencies present themselves, you should always question it. When your government consistently and continuously lies to you, and they consistently and continually perform acts of violence against people, when they continuously and consistently strip you of your wealth and redistribute it as they see fit and tell you to shut the fuck up, you worker bee, we should have a problem with that. This is what they're doing. They don't want us to question. They don't want us to be self-sufficient. They don't want us to be self-reliant. They don't want any of that. They want full and total control. And that's just what it is, right? So, hope you guys got something out of this. I surely did. And I appreciate you guys for coming through. Much love, like, share, subscribe. And we're going to keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.